Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. Today I'm going to go through the Mart mini quest or side quest here in Twilight Princess over here on the GameCube version. And before I start over in Kakariko Village, I am actually going to start my way here in Hyrule Castle. Trying to extend and get a bigger wallet here, because this mission is going to cost a lot of money. So if you've gone and collected some bugs, come this way and come down here, and we're gonna go see Agatha. So I have collected just one bug over from Kakariko Village in the graveyard. I found an ant. Use the boomerang to collect it, and you should come over here and see Agatha's castle, and we should be able to trade the bug and get a bigger wallet. So this is gonna help us with using the Mart, as it costs a lot of money to get this mission done. So let's go over here. Alright. You're not a bug, I am not a bug. But there are 24 goldens. So if you trade all of them, I think you get 1,000 rupee wallet. So let's go over here, and you can see I just have the one bug, and we can trade that over here. And Agatha is going to give us something in return. So now we have the big wallet, and it can carry up to 600 rupees. So that's not quite enough, though, for us to go and start the Mart mission just yet. We still need to we need 1,000 in total. So doing like, dropping off 400 rupees, dropping off then 600 rupees will work. And along the way, some of the easy ways to go and get rupees you can find online, but collect the golden bugs. In Kakariko Village, there's actually, a bell on top of one of the first towers within the village that you can shoot with a bow and arrow bomb, and it will drop 200 rupees for you. So I'm gonna go drop off about 250 rupees, and then get started on collecting some more rupees so we can get going on this mission. Alright guys, so I am back here in Kakariko Village. I have gone through and collected just a ton of bugs. I have about 10 left that I have to trade in, you can see here. I'll link in the description. I found a great video on just where to find them all. I found this to be the easiest way to collect all the rupees for the Mart and building the bridge. So when you collect a pair, you'll get 150 rupees per pair, 50 for the first bug and 100 for the second on the pair. So I think that is honestly the easiest way that you can go about collecting rupees for building this bridge. Another thing I found is that there's a collection of birds that are around the area. Like the Elden Bridge, you can see in the Kakariko Graveyard, there's another set of birds. Those will also spawn back, as well as like South Hyrule Castle. They'll drop about like 30 to 50 rupees. But you add in that with the fact that you go and collect a handful of bugs, you should get these 1,000 rupees. It took me about an hour-ish to collect the amount of bugs that I did. So I only have to drop this guy 75 rupees. Honestly, it takes forever. I've seen like people drop like the 1,000 at one time, and you should get this little queue for the financial support and saying that they're gonna rue the day. So now we only have 2,000 rupees left before we reach our goal for financing a store in Castle Town. So we'll deal with that in a sec. We'll pitch in money later. When you collect all the bugs, you will get a wallet that can carry 1,000 rupees. And for things like this, I would actually say it's beneficial. I really didn't want to go through and collect the bugs, so I didn't do it on camera. It's tedious, it's boring, but it is helpful for side quests like this. I think they realized when Ocarina of Time came around and like Majora's Mask, besides the bank heart in Majora's Mask, really, there was no point. There's really no point of rupees in like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. You tap out pretty quickly, you max out, and then you don't really need to do anything with them. In Twilight Princess, there is a lot more mission, side quests, etc. that deal with a high amount of rupees, including this side mission here, which, in my opinion, it's worth going through. Collecting the bugs it's not fun, in my opinion. It's not really something I enjoy doing. But, and same with this guy, I have to drop him another like 500 rupees to get that heart piece. But as we're going along in the game, it's not something you want to really rush, in my opinion. In this one, I thought it was best to just go and collect all the rupees that I could and all the bugs that I could to keep this going. That previous guy, I've been kind of just going through and dropping him 200 rupees or so at a time, to keep to get that heart piece eventually. So I think I have 500 rupees to go with him. But with this side quest and things like that, I thought I would take priority on here. But now we have our bridge here, and then we have a Goron that we're going to talk to here shortly. So let's just knock this guy out. And you can see I actually don't have a shield anymore. It got burned up when I'm going to take on, what was that, North Hyrule Field, and collect some of the bugs that are out there. And you can see even, yeah, the amount of hearts I lost while collecting some of the bugs was a little obnoxious. But, so we're going to come over here, and we're going to get a queue, basically saying the dude's tired, he wants, like, hot spring water. And I only actually have one bottle. We'll go through collecting all the bottles later. So it doesn't feel like do anything, blah, 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 shower, hot spring water. So that's our queue for the next section. Alright, so let's get away from you so we can teleport back to Kakariko Village. Let's go with the warp. And this next part is a little bit tedious as well, so let's get through this. I'll probably even cut some of this out so you guys don't have to watch me running through a giant field with a barrel of water. But first, when we get to Kakariko Village, there's a weird-looking dude that sits outside of Marlo's Mart. We need to go talk to him, as he actually wanted to go give the water to the Goron, but we're going to do it for him. So let's go roll over here. Let's go talk to you. Yeah, you're kind of a weird guy, but basically hot spring water to the young one. Let's do it. So this is timed. Like it says, cold water. Let's just take a look at the map. So again, I am on the GameCube version. So let's see here. So that's it right there, straight in front of us. Don't take damage, don't get shot, etc. So I'll just clip us over to the point where we're dropping it off at the bridge. Okay, so you can see here, take a look at where the map is. This will be the correct bridge. I did stay on the left side of the map for the most part, as I found it to be a little bit easier than going through the middle. You're gonna get attacked by enemies, but you just, if you need to restart it, you can just go back to Kakariko Village. Oh shoot, I didn't pay attention to what he was saying. Let's place this right here. Yeah, same thing. Alright, let's pick you up before you get cold. And let's throw that on you. Alright. Rejuvenated. We're good to go. So, he's going to go away from us. We are going to go into Hyrule Castle. So, the next part, it'd be nice if there was like a waiting system or like something we could do to pass time. I think we need to let about 24 hours go by in the next section. So that is that's our heart piece. Awesome. So still not done, but that is a good part of this mission, is that we do get that heart piece. So I've gone through and collected probably the first like 25 hearts or so, which has been, it's been pretty good. There's some tedious ones in there, but for the most part, it's not too bad. So what we're gonna do here is go into Hyrule. You can see there's another Poe there. I'll be going and just collecting all of the Poes in like one compilation video, as I feel like that's a little bit more fun than trying to go and grab one or two here and there, and taking my time doing that. But let's go down here and let's go to the south end of Hyrule Castle. A lot of loading screens, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's get through here. We might need to wait till the morning. Let's see. But what we want to do is get spring water. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let me, there we go. Yes. Perfect. So now let's go at the south end. And in case you didn't know, there is a couple bugs out here. I'll just show you the quick locations of them if you want to grab yourself a couple bugs to make yourself a good 150 rupees. You can see one right over here. Oh, that's the Poe actually. Right here. And then, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning of my video, there's a collection of birds that you can take on that will drop you a handful of rupees. They are right there, and then also there's a bug in there that you can grab. You combine all that, you're getting about 200 rupees or so. So let's give you a talking to. Boom. Alright guys, so we're back in Kakariko Village. About half a day has passed, it's gone from nighttime to morning. We're just gonna go back over to the Marlo Mart, and we're gonna start donating to the 2,000 rupees. You can see I gave away about 400 rupees to get that heart piece in Hyrule Castle to that kind of crazy guy. So we'll just start kind of chipping away at this. I don't recommend just going and trying to find let's speak to him. We are 110 rupees short of our financial. I thought it was 2,000. Okay, well that's gonna be easy enough. Well, let's go start collecting some rupees, and we'll come back to this guy. Could have swore it said 2,000, not 200. But basically, all right, let's get this done, and then we'll come back here, and we can go over to the Marlo Mart. Okay, so after visiting the graveyard a couple of times, I was able to collect just about another 100 rupees, so I need to come and drop off like another 10 more or so to complete the 200. And from there, all we gotta do is go over to Castle Town. So let's pay that off. You should get this little queue right here at the Castle Town later. Thank you for the cooperation. So I'm gonna wait like a full 24 hours just in case, just to make sure that I get all the queues set up correctly. And when we go over to Castle Town, if the mart is open, you will see the mailman come and run over to you, and the letter will basically say the Marlo Mart is now open over in Hyrule Castle Town, and we can go and purchase various different items. Obviously, the magic armor is the big one. So the magic armor in this game, I think it's about 600 rupees. When I originally played this game, I swear it was more. I swear it was like over 1,000. But basically, with the magic armor, you won't take damage. So if you're in a boss fight and you're starting to lose health and you have a lot of rupees, it's actually really beneficial to just switch over to the magic armor, as you're no longer going to need to take damage on, with hearts, things like that. You will just lose rupees. So use that as needed. I would just be careful with when you use that magic armor. Let's say if you have 1,000 rupees and you don't care, switch over, use the magic armor, protect your health. But in a general scenario, it's not the most useful coat of armor, basically. So I'm gonna wait a bit, and then I'm gonna go work my way over to Hyrule Castle and Castle Town, and we can get over to that mart and get this video closed out. Okay, so I'm gonna go head over to Hyrule Castle right now. I actually already got the letter by just running around Hyrule. I was even in wolf form and basically limit of 1 magic armor, but basically, yeah, the mailman came by and said, hey, we're open. So I wanted to collect one more bug that I didn't have a pair for, and I was surprised to see that he actually stopped me while I'm in wolf form running around Hyrule Castle, or Hyrule Field, but that's okay. So once you get that queue, let's go in here and let's go find that mart. Right now I don't have the money for the magic armor, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm more so, I just want to show you The Mart's pretty, I cannot see anything. Pretty crazy. Let's go talk to you. Welcome, welcome. Mallow Mart. You can see the little baby picture hanging around. And you should see some good friends in here. Let's see if, my memory serves me correct. Yep, they're all dancing and having fun. So once you come over here, we got the Mallow Mart, the Castle Town. Alright. So you got some arrows, you got some bombs, water bombs for, what are these? I can't quite remember what those versions are called. But the big one here is the Magic Armor Special, 598 rupees. For myself, I have the big wallet that carries 600 rupees. If you do not have that wallet, which you probably should at this point, you need to go to Agatha's castle and trade her a bug to get that big wallet. So that, guys, is going to be the end of this video. I will come back and grab that magic armor later, but for now, I think I can deal without it as we're progressing through the game. But overall, I hope you guys found that video helpful. Catch you on the next one.